Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our first session of Heroes 2021 live webinars. And we have here our lovely presenters from Union Bank. Go ahead, guys.
Hello everyone, magandang tanghali po sa mga minamahal po naming mga guro at sa mga bisita. And welcome to our session, The Power of Online Digital Content. And for today's session, we're going to introduce you to new platforms in digital content creation that will surely help everyone, especially because of the shifting from the traditional to online classes. Of course, we'd love to hear from all of you, our dear teachers. You may use the chat box for your suggestions, comments, and reactions. And if you have questions, you may put it in the Q&A tab, and we will answer those at the end of the session. Okay, anyway, before we begin the session, we would like to introduce ourselves. I'm Jada Parpan, Benefits Officer of Union Bank of the Philippines Human Resource Services. And I have here Ms. Angel Alvarez. Ms. Angel.
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Angel po from the Unified Communications and Collaborations team of Union Bank.
And of course, I'd like to introduce our today's presenters, Ms. Bea Rona and Vina Lagman. Bea, Vina?
Hello, hi, I'm Bea. I'm from the Talent Acquisition Unit of Union Bank.
Hi, good morning. And I'm Vina. So I'm from Human Resource Information Services.
Okay, so to start off, let me run through the what we'll do today, our agenda for today. So as the topic is new platforms in digital content creation, so we're doing a quick introduction with Canva. I would think na baka karamihan po sa inyo marunong na gumamit ng Canva, but for those na hindi pa and for those na medyo nangangapa pa, so we'll provide a quick intro to Canva. And then afterwards, we have photo editing 101, and then we will also have video editing 101. So for sure, marami po kayong matututunan today. So every time na may ma-pick up kayong new learning, just type in the chat box na amazing, ganyan. Para we know na okay, may mga natututunan din po pala kayo sa mga natuturo namin. So for the Q&A also, I'm sure along the way habang nagtuturo po kami, marami kayong questions. So if you notice doon sa Zoom panel at the bottom, you will see a Q&A box. So just type in nyo lang po yung questions doon, and then we will be answering them for everyone po. And then that's it. So to start the learning for today, may I turn it over to Vina?
There. Okay, and as mentioned by Bea, our first agenda will be introduction to Canva. So let me move lang my screen. There, yun. So before I run through on the homepage of Canva, I have here 5 tips on creating better looking designs. There, ayan. So first is to choose 2 fonts with high contrast. So basically, it's a trial and error siya. So a good place to start is by pairing fonts that create contrast. So example, if you want elegant and professional looking font, I usually use Bodoni and Sabon. And for more modern and clean font, you will love Gotham, Helvetica, and Roboto. Ayan. And then for more modern and clean font naman, or classic like Pluricif, you can try Caslon, Clarendon, Rockwell, and Sentinel. So later na I'll send this in our chat box so you can try it as well. So there. So for the second one, illustrate information with shapes, icons, and colors. So yun, di ba when we want to get the attention of the viewer or the students, usually hinahaluan natin siya ng mga icons or image para mabilis nating mapakita sa kanila yung kung ano yung gusto nating i-share sa kanila. So, let's say, if meron tayong gustong i-highlight na important things, usually, dinadaan na lang natin siya sa shapes, sa icons, ayun. So, yun. And then number 3 is to limit your color to 4 colors. So what I usually use is actually first ko talaga is to identify yung main purpose natin. And then from that, choose only one color muna. And then from there kasi you can convey the idea or emotion. And then, dun mo rin mabibuild na yung color scheme. So, at least 4 colors lang yung gagamitin natin when we create designs or presentation. So, there. Actually, itong next natin na tips. This is important. Keep it simple. So, as much as possible, no, since na sanay na tayo, no, gumamit ng mga fonts, ng icons, kaya as much as possible, dapat hindi natin din gagamitin lahat yon sa isang presentation. So, let's learn to restraints, no? So, yon. So, dapat ang paggamit natin ng mga icon, shapes, nababagay din siya sa kung ano yung ipipresent natin or kung ano yung magiging agenda or topic natin for that. So, lastly, no, is to embrace the mistake. So, of course, no, we all want gusto natin, no, yung presentation natin na success, na maganda. So, yun, presentable, ganun. So, as much as possible, simple lang, basta naiintindihan, okay na yun, di ba? So, yun. So, let's learn din to accept mistakes. Tapos, if may mga suggestions sila, from there, we can actually re-edit na lang yung presentations or for the future reference na lang din. So, there. So, I'll switch lang my screen to the home page of Canva. Hold on. Yan. So, there. So, this is the home page of Canva. So, let's go on dun sa mga toolbar na nakikita natin sa horizontal at saka sa vertical. So, there. So, let's go first dun sa horizontal. So, ito yung home niya. And then for the templates, actually categorize naman na si templates. So, these are the templates that you can use in Canva. So, meron tayong for social media, personal, business. Sa business, ayan, meron tayo for presentation, website, logo, business card, invoice, proposal, ayan. So, later on, Bea, actually...
Sorry,
yes?
Bina. Yung screen mo...
hindi nagbago.
Yes.
Wait lang po Apologies for that. Let me share my screen again. Ayan. Can you see the Canva?
Yes, go ahead.
Ayan. Thanks for that, Miss Jada. So, here again, ayan. So, ayan. So, let's go back to the templates. So, there. So, for the templates, ayan. So, dito natin makikita yung social media, personal, business, marketing, education, and trending. Ayan. So, the templates natin. Wait lang. Hover ko lang yung mouse. So, dito sa education part, actually, meron na silang mga templates if you want to use it for lesson plan, worksheet, certificate, storyboard, bookmark, and class schedule. And then for the trending, actually, ito yung most used na ginagamit sa Canva. So for the Zoom background, you can actually get a photo for your Zoom background like us. Ayan. Ito, meron kami naka-ayos siya for UV. Ayan. And then, ayan pa yung mga iba nating trending. Tapos for the features, you can actually get then a photos here, icons, you can create or print then as a shirt. So, pwede ka dito mag-create din. And then, for the ops and explore. And then, let's say, you're a beginner in Canva. So, meron din sila dito ng mga tutorials, courses. If you want to know more about Canva, you just have to click this one lang yan, yung getting started with Canva. And then, for the pricing, actually, this is a free naman. And then, let's go lang dito sa education part. Yan, may nakita kasi ako dito. Actually, if meron kasing mga ganto na crown, it means kasi with cost na siya. So, for pro siya. But, ito, may na-explore kasi ako sa Canva. So, for educators, ayan, meron sila dito na when you have your account in Canva, actually, kahit may existing account ka na, you just have to submit a form lang, enroll your class, and then, meron siya dito sa pinakababa na, ayan. So, how much does Canva for education cost? So, nothing. So, it means wala daw babayaran. So, may mga, move lang my here. Ayan. So, education is offered to classroom for free. Register your class to unlock the additional features. So, yung may mga pro doon, pwede nyo siyang magamit for free na rin. But you have to, who can apply for Canva. So, yan. You can apply for Canva for education. If you're a primary or secondary school teacher, you also need to have an existing Canva account. So, yun. So, you just have to submit lang a form and then enroll your class. So, makikita nyo lang siya actually dito sa settings. So, yan. Hindi lang ako naka-sign up ngayon. Pero dun sa settings, meron silang ibibigay sa inyo na form. Actually, through your email din, yung Canva magsasend din sila sa inyo ng email for the form so you can enroll your classes. So, there. So, that's for the plans or yung cost natin for the Canva. Pero basically, free of charge naman si Canva. For the pro lang or yung may mga crown yon, yun yung may mga cost natin. And then for the vertical toolbar naman, no? So for the recommended for you, ayan, nandito na lahat ng templates na nabanggit ko kanina. And then for all your designs, actually this one, ito yung mga existing presentation, mga nagawa mo, na-create mo, either presentation siya or photo, ayan. So dito lang siya masistore. And then itong shared with you naman is si Teams kasi meron siya for si Canva kasi meron siya for collaboration. So yun, if you're working with your co-teachers, no, actually, kunyari may isa kayong presentation, tapos gusto mong i-share, let's say, kunyari, co-teachers ko si Bea. Ayan. So, pwede kong i-share kay Bea. So, later on, Bea will teach kung paano nyo share yung link for the collaboration of your presentation or other items or templates na ginagawa nyo. So, there. And then, for the brand kit naman, if you want to create your logo, and then, ayan. So, may crown siya. It means for Canva Pro siya. Ayan. And then for create a team, and as mentioned, since this is for collaboration as well, so yan, you just have to put lang the email address of your co-teachers, ayan, tapos send them a link lang for the Canva, for the invitation. And then for all your folders, ayan, so dito lahat na sa store, yung natin. So, ayan, so all your designs, ayan yung lahat na nagawa natin na presentations or other templates. Likes, if meron tayong ni-likes ng mga photo, ganon. So, yan, dito siya nasa store. Purchase, yan, for if may pinurchase tayo dun sa Pro, so dyan din siya store. And then, share with you, ito yung for the collaboration, if may share sa inyo yung co-teachers nyo. And then, uploads, every time na may ina-upload tayong photo, videos, ayan, dito siya store. And then, for the trash, ayan. So, may trash naman siya. So, let's say, kunwari, accidentally na-trash na or na-delete natin yung isang presentation, actually, pwede natin siyang balikan pa. So, click lang the trash and then, hover lang natin dito yung tatlong dot. Ayan. So, restore lang natin siya. Actually, you can delete permanently din if gusto mong linisan din yung trash mo, if sobrang dami na rin siya. So, there. So, that's for the upload, same din naman siya with all your folders. Yan. So, kung ano yung mga ginagamit ko sa Canva, usually, dito na pupunta lahat nung ina-uploads ko. Yeah. Okay? So, turning over you to Bea, no, to discuss more about Canva, and then she'll share then the how to create a presentation. So, there. Let me stop sharing lang. There.
Okay. Thank you, Vina. So, amazing.
Amazing.
Amazing. Kasi, marami rin ako natututunan even if nagamit ko na yung Canva. So, to share more on how to create a presentation, here, yan. Sharing my screen. Kita naman po? Kita naman yung Canva screen? Okay, thank you. Alright, so as discussed by Vina kanina, so for example, you're here na, may account po kayo, nakapag-sign up na kayo, and you want to create, like for example, a presentation for an upcoming class na you will have. So we click on, pwedeng templates, ayan, and then you will see presentation here. You can also click here. Usually po, yung mga most used functions nyo nag-a-appear dito sa recommended side. So as you can see, sa Canva ko po, presentation yung number 1. So yan po yung lalabas. So you just click this one, presentation, and it will direct you to another screen where you are to create your presentation itself. So medyo kapareho lang po to ng functions ng PowerPoint. Need lang po medyo pag-aralan yung mga toolbars, kung paano siyang gamitin, and how to be creative with it. Kasi more or less sa PowerPoint, andun na talaga lahat ng basics eh. More on creative naman tong Canva. So in terms of designs and all that, yan, marami po kayong makikita here. So let's start. If you follow my mouse, let's start with this toolbar first, the vertical toolbar here. I'll run through it quickly po para at least you know the functions of it and what you can do with each tool. I also included it in our PowerPoint. So if ever that Fems will be giving you a copy, nandun naman po yung parang summary of each toolbar if ever. So here, let's start with template. So pipili muna tayo ng presentation natin. So you can apply a quick filter. For example, may color scheme kayo na gusto or may topic kayo na gusto, pwede natin siyang hanapin. So for example, ang task nyo na ituro for the coming week is science and other science solar system. So pwede nating i-type sa filter or sa templates ay space. Yan. Tapos lalabas yung mga iba't ibang possible templates na space related. You'll have to tingnan nyo lang siya more or less, but you'll see some of space related themes here. Pwede ring solar system. Baka pag mas specific may mas lumabas. Ayan. Well, not much, but yeah. Maybe it could work pag filter ng colors yan. Pwede rin pong colors. For example, you want to use a blue palette for your presentation. So if you click on the blue icon, ayan, mga blue yung lalabas, more or less. Yan. So if may color scheme kayo or color theme, yan, you can use that. So for example, so space nga, ayan, I see na may lumabas here. So I'll just click on this para lumabas yung mga options ng mga templates na pwede kong gamitin, if ever. So, for the title page, ayun, just click on the blank screen, and then I just click the title page para may title page ko, and then magre-reflect na siya agad. So, if you, for example, you need to edit, you just click on the screen and pwede mo na siyang ma-edit. Yan, kunwari, so solar system, so let's type in solar system, ayan. And you can edit this one here, kunwari, yan, hindi naman related, so you delete, ganyan. And, kunwari, by teacher Bea. Kunwari, teacher lang ako for this purpose. Ayun, one trick that I would like to teach everyone, medyo late ko na itong natutunan, but I'd like to teach it to you kasi it's somehow vital. Usually sa Canva kasi, if it's in a template, naka-group yung mga fonts and such. Like this one, it's group. So if you drag it, sama-sama siya. But then, for example, katulad nung nandito na nakasulat kanina, kunwari, hindi nyo yan kailangan, tapos gusto nyo tanggalin, pati yung mismo, like, cell, you just click on group here. Ayan. Tapos you click it again para the next time that you click it, hindi na siya sama-sama. So you can delete, you can move this one closer, ganyan. So amazing. Sana amazing yun sa inyo. Medyo late ko siyang natutunan pero amazing siya for me. So I hope it's amazing din sa inyo. Okay, so next is the uploads. So, kanina, napakita ni Vina yung folder where you upload all your pictures. So, pwede kayong mag-upload dito ng videos or images from your own device. Pwedeng galing sa phone or galing sa computer na na-save nyo. Pwedeng from Facebook, Google Drive, ayan. Yan yung mga external sources. So, just click on device and then you'll just makakapag-upload na kayo niyan. And then, every time you click upload, lalabas yung mga nalipat yung files or nalipat yung files here to Canva. So for example, ito, na-upload ko to from the last session. So I can transfer that. So I added another PowerPoint slide, I added another page, and then I transfer this one, yung na-upload ko last time. You can drag or you can just click. So either of the two, kung ano yung mas comfortable sa inyo. So you can drag, or you can just click on the image. Yan. Okay? Alright. So next are photos. So for example, gusto kong mag-focus sa Earth. So may search bar naman lagi dyan sa taas where you can search whatever you need. So here, you type in Earth. And then lalabas yung mga options. As Vina mentioned kanina, may makikita po kayong may mga images na may crown. Ibig sabihin nun, hindi siya free. But for example, with the educator profile, posible na maging free siya if ever. But for now, while you're waiting for it to be approved or activated, siguro stay away na lang muna from the crown pictures kasi baka may bayad siya. If ever na you try to use it, for example, I use this one, may watermark siya. So, hindi siya masyadong maganda tingnan kahit maliit or something. Well, you can try, pero you can save naman with the watermark. Pero, ayun, better if malinis yung image para malinis yung presentation nyo. So, marami namang options like this one na if I hover my mouse here, it says free. This one also, and the other. So, marami naman po. May mga certain images lang talaga na you have to pay. Okay, so for the purpose of this session, I'll use this one. So I can either drag or click. Ayan, so ayan na si Earth. Ayan, so may picture na tayo ng Earth. Next toolbar is elements. So elements naman, photos kasi parang mga real live photos talaga siya. So parang totoong parang pictures talaga na kinuhanan. Ganun siya. For elements, ito parang digitally created naman to. So maraming types of elements. I'll run through it quickly. So my lines where you can use as borders, parang slicers to create boxes and the like. So sample niyan, ayan, ito kunwari yung color red. Yan. Yan, you can shorten it, lengthen it. You can rotate as well. Yan. Yan, ganyan. Balik ko na lang. Medyo mahirap lang yung mouse ko. But ganyan siya. Nagsisisya siya ngayon. Ayan. So, shapes. So, ito, if you would like to add elements in your presentation, you can put in shapes. Yan, ganyan. And then you have frames. So, may difference ang shapes at ang frames. So, pag frame, literally, para siyang picture frame. Pwede kang maglagay ng picture sa loob. Pag shapes, color lang yung pwede mong palitan. I'll give you an example. So, that's an example of a frame. So, malalaman nyo kapag frame siya if it has like this icon, yung parang image icon. When images are saved in your computer, yan, may ganyan siyang image. So, ibig sabihin yan, pwede kang maglagay ng picture inside the circle. This one, if you see the shape, color lang siya. So, that means we can put a picture in it. Dapat ganito siya. Okay? So, sample, okay, kunwari gusto kong ilagay itong seedling sa presentation. So, I drag it dun sa circle. Ayan. So, frame. Sa frame siya pumasok. If I drag it sa shape, hindi siya medyo lalabas. As you can see, parang pwede din siya dito, pero I think it's because photo siya. So you can replace your photo by dragging another photo on top of it. Yan. Okay, so there. Yun yung difference ng elements basically. So you can change the color, for example, yan, green. Ayan. Stickers are like if familiar po kayo sa mga clip art sa Microsoft, naabutan ka pa siya nung tinuturo siya sa amin nung computer subject namin nung high school, pati college. Ayan, clip art siya. Pero ito na yung version ng clip art ngayon. And yung iba dito medyo may movement. So, and pag mas bata yung audience nyo, kahit hindi actually, kahit parang mga senior high levels, matutuwa pa rin sila sa movement. And medyo makukuha nyo yung attention nila if you use these stickers. Kasi yung iba medyo cute, iba medyo gamey, so makaka-capture nyo yung audience nyo na younger generation. And then you also have charts where simpleng charts lang. Mas complicated yung charts sa PowerPoint. Pero ito you can quickly input some charts. So let me add another page just to show you. Yan yung mga types of charts na you can use. Also the color as well. Ayan. So, more or less, ito siya. So, if, for example, you click this one, and lalabas siya dyan, parang sa Excel, you just edit. Kunwari, item 1, let's say, Earth. And then, item 2 is, right, Jupiter. Tapos dito, yung size ng radius nila. Hindi ko na na-research kung gaano sila kalaki. And such, kunwari na lang, kunwari, 15, ganyan. Tapos, yung next is how yung length niya, kunwari, 3,500 something. Sorry naman po, hindi na umabot din yung research ko. Pero, more or less, I hope you get the idea po. So, ganyan siya. Yun, pwede niyong i-input yung mga ganong simpleng charts. Next, sa elements, where were we? Ayun, grids naman. Ang grid ay parang collage. Di ba may time sa Instagram at Facebook na nauso ang mga collage. So, yun yung function ng grids. As you can see, same. Pwede siyang buong PowerPoint. Pwede ring. If you drag it, it will just take up a portion. Wait, sorry. Pwede nyo rin siyang paliitin if hindi nyo naman kailangan na full screen. So, ganyan. So, going back to the photos, remember this, yung itsura po nito, ang ibig sabihin yan, you can put in pictures. Yan. Yan. So, ayan. Ayan na siya. Some of the templates, if ever mapapansin nyo po, meron siyang frames na hindi nyo mapapansin na pwede nyo palang lagyan. Example, katulad nito, yan. It's a watermark picture, so gusto niyo siyang palitan. You just find another photo, let's say of this one, use the earth photo again, and just drag it on the picture or the frame itself, and yan, mapapalitan na siya. Minsan trial and error, not all templated parang PowerPoint frame agad, but more or less pag photos po ang ginamit dun sa specific like slide or slide template, ibig sabihin po nun, pwede nyo siyang palitan. Let me find another example para you get my point. For example, this one, yan. So, photo yan, di ba? Not really an element. So, you can always change kung ano yung gusto nyong lumabas. Pwede nyo siyang palitan. Ganyan. So, trial and error, katulad nga ng sabi ni Vina, it's okay to make mistakes, especially when you're creating your PowerPoint. Trial and error talaga siya. Doon naman tayo natututo. Kahit ako, doon po ako natututo. So, yun. Yun, just explore it. And then, gradients naman, parang design element siya. If you wanna put more, so if you wanna make your presentation artsy, ganon, you can add gradients. For example, this one, pwede siyang malagay sa likod. Yan. I-click niyo lang po yung position here on top. And then just choose backward para nasa likod siya. And ayan, may design element na kayo sa likod. Para pag, kunwari, isang color lang yung background nyo, pwedeng mag-pop of color po itong gradient. Ayan. So just search what you need here sa elements and lalabas naman po yung mga choices na pwede nyong gamitin. Next is text. For example, medyo may explanation kayong gagawin. So, pwede nyo siyang gawing manually. Pwede, meron din si Canva na parang combinations na you can choose from. If you want to do it manually, so you have a heading, I'll click this one para ma-add. And then, pwede ring subheading. Mainly, pag heading yan, yun yung title nyo or title points nyo. Subheading is the explanation usually ng mga titles. So, it's a smaller font. And then, little body of text, mga notes yan usually na gusto nyong isama sa presentation. Na not too much of a highlight, but something that you would like your students to remember. So, ganun po siya. So, it's editable. Once you click it, you can just type in. Yan. You'll see naman na it's easily edited. Yan, ganyan siya. And then for the ones na combinations naman, ayan, as you can see here, marami siya. Marami siyang type. So for example, you wanna use I'll choose two. Siguro for example, this one. Yan. lalabas siya dyan. If combinations usually naka-group siya, so ano po yung need natin gawin to ungroup? More or less just to find the ungroup button, you click the font and you click ungroup para maghiwalay siya. And then if you'd like to na nagbago isip ko, gusto ko silang pagsamahin ulit, yan, just click on group para one group ulit sila and you can drag it as a group more or less. And then yan, you can edit na. And then meron din yung medyo colorful type. Yan, yan, free delivery. Yan. You can also make it smaller, make it bigger. It's adjustable, similar to PowerPoint na it's very flexible in terms of using. Usually, pag may color po, pwede nyo siyang ma-edit, most of it naman. Pero merong mga combinations na hindi nyo masyadong ma-edit. But this one, I think it's edited. I think let's try Goal Getter. If we try Goal Getter, may font, I think, na hindi na-edit dito. But yun, just to show you how it works, more or less. So, as you can see, medyo flexible si Canva. Flexible talaga siya. It gives you a lot of design elements kahit sa fonts itself. And then, you can, just use it on your own. So usually, pag ganito po, pag medyo colored and medyo maganda yung type ng font, it can be used as like title or header and such. Katulad nga ng sabi ni Vina, keep it simple. So if you use something colorful already, don't put too much images or design elements already para maganda pa rin yung labas ng presentation itself. Now, next is music. If ever na yung presentation nyo is would require music yan, you can look for music that you can use here na medyo ayaw yung maantok yung mga students nyo or medyo ma-engage sila. Ayan, you can include music. But make sure to adjust it in a level na yung boses nyo pa rin po, yung mga mangingibabaw pag natuturo. And it's adjustable naman. For example, I click this one. Not sure lang kung maririnig nyo, but for the purposes of the presentation, ayan, you'll see it here. And then you can adjust the volume. You can adjust the volume here. Para, for example, gusto nyo ganyan lang, kayo pa rin yung nangingibabaw. Ayan. Yan. So, next, videos. As background, pwede kayong gumamit ng videos. Yun yung maganda rin kay Canva. I'm not sure sa PowerPoint if it's possible, but for Canva, you can use moving videos as your background. Parang rin kayong nag-i-edit ng video talaga, but in a PowerPoint level. So, for example, this one, ito, dagat, since baka karamihan sa atin, beach na nung nakaraang summer, pero hindi natin ginagawa here. So, you can just click it, then it into a background or pwede ring additional video sa presentation nyo. Yan. And then, next, backgrounds pa din. Pwede naman yung static na background lang, walang movement. But there are other backgrounds naman sa Canva na you can use. For example, yung confetti. Once you click it, automatic na siya sa slide. Ayan. More or less parang movements or images yan. So, mabilis nyo siyang malalagyan ng words or ng fonts or ng text. Yan. Ganyan. And then last but not the least is folders. As mentioned by Vina, meron kayong mga nabili na crowned images or mga na kayo na templates or elements yan, check here. Dito naman sa mo, andito yung mga other things na you can use in Canva na external sources like YouTube, emojis, Google Maps, Instagram, and the like. And then, for example, ka lang tong likes. Kunwari sa photos, may nagustuhan kayo na image. Kunwari, ito. Yan, medyo relevant sa panahon natin. Nag-mask siya na student. So, just click on the 3 dots on top and add to likes. Or, yung add to folder may bayad, so add to likes na lang. Para at least nakakompile pa rin siya doon. Now, if I go to just a quick discussion na lang on the toolbars on top. May explanatory na po siya. Yan. For here, if you click on your slide itself, ayan na po yung mga lalabas na options. So you can choose to animate. Yan, there are options parang sa PowerPoint lang din. You can also have effects. May mga free naman sila na effects na you can use for your photos. Filters as well if you want to change the color filter of your pictures and adjust. Medyo technical na to. Baka madaanan to sa video, sa photo editing, pero yan, you can adjust to your liking. And then crop, yon if you wanna move tayo dito. Yan, crop. Pag kunwari may part lang kayo ng picture na gustong makita, you can use crop. Yan. Tapos yun yung lalabas. And then flip, parang mirror image. Pwede nyo rin siyang i-flip. Ay, hindi pala. Joke. Iba pala yun. Pwede nyo siyang i-flip horizontal or flip vertical. Yan. Yan. And then, position as well. For example, kung forward, may mag-overlap kayo ng images, forward, backward. And itong alignment, if kung saan silang lugar sa PowerPoint. So, pwedeng top, pwedeng left, pwedeng middle, center, right, bottom. Yan. Automatic naman yan, if ever. And then, this one is, if you can see if you're following my button, my mouse button, yan, copy style. For example, sa font, may gusto nyong kopyahin. For example, ito. So, or wait, kailangan ata siyang i-ungroup. So, yun. Ito, yan. Ay, paano yun? Oh, sige. Basta yun, copy style siya. And yan sa font, lalabas naman yung mga functions kung paanong pwede. And then, ayan yung copy pala pag sa font. So, it's here. So, pwedeng copy style. You click on that and then you just click yung ano yung gusto nyong kapareho. Then yan, makakopy na niya. Okay? What else? Yan. So, sa pictures, yan, same basically. So, that's the quick run through for the Canva use. More or less, as mentioned by Vina kanina, meron namang tutorials if you'd like to explore it more. Ay, sorry pala. Ito pala, just to quickly discuss the upper toolbar. So, home, if gusto nyong bumalik dun sa homepage. File, if you'd like to add rulers, guides, margins, for example. If medyo OC kayo, pwede nyong lagyan ng mga ganyan para may guide kayo. Yan. And then, resize, I think this has payment. If you want to make it bigger, or if, for example, mas malaki yung pag-flashan nyo ng presentation, I guess that would work. This is undo and redo. So, if may mali kayo or may na-delete kayo, for example, you can undo. If may if, for example, gusto niyo namang ibalik yan, pwede ring redo. So, they have that option too. Sharing, ito yung na-mention kanina ni Vina na to collaborate. For example, dalawa kayong science teachers in your grade level and pareho kayong solar system ang ituturo. So, pwede kayong mag-collaborate on one PowerPoint and work on it together. So, just either type the email of your co-teacher or share the link by clicking this one. Pag na-copy nyo na, tapos i-share nyo lang kunwari sa messenger, i-paste nyo lang siya dun sa messenger nyo, dun sa teacher, and then yun, pwede na kayo mag-collaborate sa link. And then for download, I think this is download, you can download this on different file formats. So pwedeng JPEG. Pag JPEG though, kalat-kalat siya. Bale, isang slide, isang image. So if you wanna send it to your students as one whole PowerPoint, you choose PDF standard. And then, yan, there are other options also. Pwede ring PowerPoint. But pag dinownload and sinave nyo siya as PowerPoint, some fonts won't be readable. So if you want to have your presentation as it is, I would suggest PDF standard na lang. And then PowerPoint, if may gusto pa kayong i-edit offline na hindi niya na-afford internet and use Canva yun, you can download as PowerPoint naman if ever. Yun lang, may changes sa mga fonts and such. What else? Ayan, so if you can see, you can select all pages or just a couple of it. Kung may mga gusto kayong i-omit, yan, pwede nyo tanggalin. And then, ayan, for example, may watermark yung PowerPoint nyo, lalabas to. So, hindi nyo siya pwedeng ma-save if ever may watermark. Kaya, yun, if for example, don't use watermark images, photos, videos, and such para makasave kayo ng maayos. For presentation naman, you can present it a couple of ways. Pwede yung katulad ginawa ni Vina kanina na parang autoplay, you set the speed, para hindi na kayo mag-click-click, ganyan. And presenter view, pwede rin na if you have notes, you can put notes naman. For example, here, I think pwede kayo maglagay ng notes here somewhere. Yan. And these are other types of sharing. So, pwede nyo siyang i-convert into a website if ayaw nyo i-share as a file. Pwede nyo siyang i-convert to a website. Pwede nyo siyang i-embed, pwedeng diretsong email, and such. For website, let's check. Ayun, may ano kasi, may bayad, so hindi ko siya ma-convert. But more or less, yan yung styles kung website. Makikita nyo naman. It's free. It's free naman, more or less. Okay, so that is it for Canva. Next topic is with photo editing. So I'll turn it over to Vina again.
Yan. Hi again, si Kel. Share lang my screen. Yan. Can you see my screen? Okay naman. Ayan. Sige. So, actually, going back lang on the educator cost lang po, no? So, how can you register? Actually, pag-click mo dun sa plans, tapos education, ito na yung magiging view niya. And then, you just have to click this one lang, yung register now for free. So, yan. Click that one lang. And then, mag-auto naman siya. Make sure pala that the email that you will use is yung education, yung may .edu. Yan. Para at least ma-enroll din siya ni Canva. Okay? And so, for our second agenda, present lang natin. No? Actually, ayan. Ito yung pinakita ni Bea kanina. So, yan. So, since wala namang cost or pro yung ginamit namin, so, diretso as present lang siya as standard. So, yan. So, going back lang on our presentation. Ayan. So, before we proceed on the second agenda, no, which is the photo editing 101. So, para lang may short break tayo for the information na nalaman nyo about Canva. So, I have here a game which called Zoom In Picture Game. So, I'll ask help from Bea. Ayan, to check on your answers through chat box na lang. So, if you know the photo, pa-type na lang po dun sa chat box. So, for those pala watching in Facebook, you can actually post your comments or kaya if you have any questions, ayan, type lang po kayo dun sa Facebook and then we'll check on your questions. And then if you want to join the game then, sige po, comment lang din kayo din sa Facebook. Actually, some of my teams naman is watching on the Facebook. So makikita rin nila yung mga sagot niya. So yun. So let's start. So for our first photo. So what's this? So guess the photo lang po tayo.
Sige, waiting for answers. Teachers, ano po ito? Yan, si Miss Lourdes Canva, Miss Maricel Canva, Miss Francis, ayan, Canva daw.
Yes, correct. Familiar pa tayo, no? Kasi yun pa lang din yung kanina nating dinuscuss. So next. So one of the social media siya.
Okay, IG, Miss Christina, Instagram. Ayan, Instagram. Instagram daw.
Yes.
Okay, good job.
So you can post your stories there and then yung So third.
Ayan, medyo challenging.
Yes. Pero since our next topic is photo editing, so yan.
Yan, si Sir Joselito, pinaka-nauna. Adobe.
Wow. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Ayan. So next.
Pahirap ng pahirap, Vina.
Pero naman, since kasi connected siya dun sa topic natin. So I think familiar naman yung mga teachers natin.
Yan. Sabi naman nila, pin. Paint daw
Yes,
ba?
correct. Kasi usually,
Okay.
before, ito pa lang yung ginagamit ko pang edit eh. Dun sa Windows, diba? Bago dumating yung mga software natin. Yan.
Ay, oh my
Next.
gosh. Ano po ito? Nahirapan ako dito nung una eh, pero in fairness, pinakauna si Miss Lorida Nolasco followed by Miss Lourdes Crop.
Wow, correct. Yes.
Wow, okay. Good
Kung
job po.
nakinig din sa'yo kanina, no, ginamit mo yung crop dun sa
Yes.
Canva. So, yan. Okay. So, yan. That's it for our game. So, I hope you enjoy. So, let's go over to the next topic. Sorry. Same pa rin pala tayo. Ayan. So, our next topic will be Photo Editing 101. So, ayan. So, before I proceed with the live demo, actually later we'll do a quick live demo lang on the photo editing. But before that, I have here 5 tips again no, in editing your photos. So, first is to find your go-to photo editing app. So, basically, no, as much as possible, dapat dun ka sa kung ano yung nasanay ka na rin. Or if, for example, first time mo lang din naman siya i-explore, learn to to explore yung mga tools nila doon. Actually, madali naman siyang aralin din. And then we have a YouTube or Google naman to search on for the use ng mga tools natin. So, you should find your go-to photo editing app, no? Para at least you are already familiar with the tools, features, and other use of it. So, it will save time then for you and then you'll enjoy doing it, diba? So, yun. Masasama na rin siya sa everyday to-dos mo when you are creating a presentation. So, next is to use editing tools to your advantage. As mentioned, no, we have to be familiarized with the tools, no? You know what is the use of it and then when to apply it. Like in cropping image, di ba? You should know at least kung alin yung mga maiiwan or yung mga tatanggalin mo. So, yan. So, third is to leave room for tweaks. So, as mentioned, dun sa tips natin for the creating of design, di ba, accept natin yung mistake. So, with that, no, meron tayong room for tweak. So, let's say, kunwari, no, pagkakita natin ng inedit natin, parang masyadong hindi natural yung natin, yung na-edit natin. So, pwede natin siyang balikan. So, let's re-edit lang kung ano yung gusto nating palitan, ganun. So, actually, meron na ngayon ng mga software, no, na meron tayong save as project. So, for the save as project, usually, lang yun. So, let's say, accidentally nag-brown out, no. So, hindi natin siya na save yung ginagawa natin. So, pwede naman natin siyang balikan kasi nag-auto-save na siya. So, babalikan lang natin siya and then pupunta lang tayo dun sa save project. So, kung ano yung naiwan mo from the start na nag-brown out, yun pa rin naman yung babalik. So, nag-auto-save naman siya. So, a lot of software naman may mga ganun na siya. So, fourth is to don't over-edit. So, as much as possible, dapat natural pa rin yung pag-edit natin. So, kapag nag-present tayo ng photo, makikita kasi natin kapag na-over-edit siya, kapag nasobrahan natin yung effects, yung brightness, yung gano'n. So, actually, I have tips here din in photography, no, para at least ma-lessen natin yung pag-edit ng photos. So, first is to shoot your photos in good or natural lighting. So, yung direct sunlight, nakakaganda na rin siya ng effect nung photo kapag sinat natin siya, di ba? So, second is to shoot as steady, straight, and focused as you can. So, dapat hindi tayo nanginginig. So, yun. So, practice lang naman natin siya. I-point out lang natin kung ano yung subject natin. So, yun. So, third is to take lots of shots and play around with different angles. So, you have tons of options to choose from. Yan. And then lastly, no, is to practice until you're perfect your shot. Yan. So, amazing, diba? So, make sure lang to actually, gandahan lang natin yung pag-shoot ng photo para at least lesson na lang din talaga yung kailangan natin i-edit for the photo. And then, para maging natural pa rin, as much as possible, diba? Keep it simple. So, there. And then, lastly, is to experiment and have fun. So, explore your photo editing software. So, later, we'll share din some of our, search photo editing software and for mobile and then for website. So, you can actually do an experiment, and then learn to stop worrying, no, and enjoy editing. So there. So let me switch lang my screen to one of the online software that we will share. So here. Can you see the Be Funky? Yan, okay naman. Good. Yan. So for our online photo editing, I'd like to share this one, yung Be Funky. So it's free of ano lang naman siya. It's free naman siya, but there is for upgrade lang naman. So yung for the upgrade, so kanina sa Canva naka-crown siya, no? So dito naman, makikita natin is, hold on. So let's say we will create a new one. Siya solar system din i-edit natin. So let's go back lang first dun sa home. And then, ayan. So kanina, di ba, may na-mention ako na save as project. So nandito kasi siya. Ayan, continue as project. So let's say we want to edit a photo. Since meron kasi akong na-create na last time. So yan yung in-edit ko last time. Actually, same pa din naman yung gagamitin natin. So si solar system pa rin yung gagamitin natin. So first step is in editing your photo is to go here. So yung image manager is to dito natin i-upload kung ano yung gagamitin natin for edit. So let's say, 'di ba kanina nag-upload na ako. So let's re-edit lang yung nagawa ko last time. So yan. So ito yung original photo. So let's say nakuha lang natin siya sa Google, ganun. And then we want to change it or edit lang yung ibang part. So yan. So you have to upload lang through your computer. And then let's say naman kunwari ayaw mo sa computer, mayroon din silang mga search stock images. So you just have to search lang kung anong topic yung gusto mo kunin. So let's say science, ayan. So nag-search na rin ako kanina. So ayan, so may mga suggested photos naman sila if you want to use that. But if not naman, i-X lang natin siya. So there. And then for the other toolbar, so let's go to edit. Ayan. So for the edit, meron siyang apat. Alam ko apat. Tatlo lang. Ayan. So meron siyang tatlong categories, no? Meron siyang essentials, blur and smooth, and miscellaneous. So let's go first to essentials. So for essentials, ito yung basic editing tools that we have. So for the crop, ayan, as mentioned, I'll change lang, no? Kasi yung kina-capture niya is yung dati pa. So let's create na lang a new one. Ayan. Okay, so let's say kunwari we want to crop, kina-capture niya talaga yung old natin. So delete muna natin yung old one. Let's reset na lang this one. So yan, so let's upload again. Ito na lang natin siya i-open. So upload lang natin ulit yung planet. Ayan. First is to crop, no? Let's say, meron ka lang gustong part ng photos, no? So, move mo lang yung yung edges. So, yan, move na siya. And then, double click mo lang siya. Ayaw niya mag-double click. So, ayaw nung mouse ko lang. But, if nag-error lang dun sa mouse nyo, you just have to click this one. So, dito sa side, meron naman siya. Ayan. So, i-enter mo lang siya. Pero, if you want to go back, ayun. So, meron din dito. Ito yung parang katulad nung dun sa Canva. So, i-undo lang natin siya. Okay? And then for the resize naman, actually this is same with crop, but yung difference na lang is if you have specific height, width, ganun, may mga sizes na kayo. You can move lang, i-adjust lang natin kung ano yung gusto nyo size. So, yun. Then, click apply lang once you're done. And then, for the rotate naman, ayan. So, kunwari, di ba, may mga iba tayong photos na naka-vertical, naka-horizontal. So, yan, mar-rotate mo lang naman siya. Move nyo lang siya. So, balik lang natin siya. Ayan. Okay, and then click apply. And then, ayan, as mentioned, yung mga naka-star, ito yung mga cost for upgrade. Actually, si Funky, meron din naman silang rin, for educators. So, you have to explore lang din dun sa sa settings nila. Meron sila doon na mga for planets. And then, when you use kasi the star one, ayan, meron siyang ganito na watermark. So, hindi rin siya magpupush through kasi need niya talaga magpa-upgrade. But, actually, madami naman tayong magagamit na dito na basic for editing. So, like, for example, sa exposure naman, ayan, as mentioned by Bea a while ago, so, if you want to adjust yung brightness, yung contrast, yung highlights, ayan. So, i-move lang natin siya. Adjust lang natin siya. Yan. Pero as mentioned, di ba, dun sa tips ko is don't over-edit. So, kapag sinobrahan natin or tinodo natin tong brightness, nag-iiba na yung quality ng photo. So, much as possible, dapat natural pa rin yung makikita natin for the photos. Ayan. So, if you don't want naman to use the brightness, move mo lang din siya ulit. Tapos, may numbers naman siya dito. So, ako, usually, ang ginagawa ko, kahit konting move lang, kasi, actually, kahit kunyari, 10 lang yan, nag-iiba na rin naman yung brightness niya. And then, for the contrast, ayan. So, okay, para lang kayong naglalaro din kapag nag-photo editing. Kasi hindi naman natin siya mape-perfect agad. So, explore lang natin siya. Move lang hanggat sa makuha mo kung ano yung gusto mo quality. So, yan. Move and move lang siya. Okay? And then, click apply once you're done. And then, for the beautify, actually, this is same with exposure. So, yung brightness, contrast, highlights, ayan. So, as one na lang siya kapag dun sa beautify. So, pag minove ko siya, lahat ng brightness, yung contrast, yung highlights, ayan, nagmo-move na rin yun. So, nagbabago na rin siya dun sa photo. So, you just have to adjust lang the level of the amount. So, yan. So, let's see. Sige, para usually, lagi ko siyang ginigit na lang. So, 50 lang natin. Ayan. So, click apply. And then, for the color, if you want to change the color of the photo, i-move lang natin ulit, adjust lang natin siya. So, yan, nakikita nyo na nagbabago naman yung mga colors niya. So, pero since sun siya, no, so dapat, ano ba ang color ng sun natin? So, orange lang siya. So, balik natin yung dating color. So, yun. So, dapat, yung quality niya is okay pa din. So, saturation, same lang din naman siya. Pero mas nag-bold yung photo. So, yan. So, ito yung normal, di ba? Parang lighten lang si orange. Pero if we move it ng pag-add, so at least siguro mga 20, ayan, nagbo-bold na yung color ng pagka-orange. So, for the temperature, ayan, for the whole photo kasi si temperature. So, lahat maapektuhan siya. So, pwede siguro 0 na lang natin siya. So, yung saturation lang in-adjust ko. Yan. So, there. And then, okay. And then, for the sharpen, ito is mas na-emphasize lahat ng mga nakasulat. So, actually, pagka-click mo pa lang sa sharpen, nag-a-adjust na siya kagad. Minsan sila na yung nag-a-adjust din. So, 20, di ba, parang pag in-ex ko to, ayan, di ba, parang may nagbabago dito. So, pag-click ko ulit kay sharpen, yan, siya na yung mismo nag-adjust. But if you want to adjust pa rin, based dun sa sila na yung nag-adjust, move mo lang ulit siya. Pero kapag sinobrahan kasi natin siya, ayan, so parang medyo nag-blacken na yung photo. So siguro mga 20 lang. Usually, dapat pag nag-edit kayo ng photo, as much as possible, konti lang yung minumove nyo talaga. So, at least 5 lang, 10, yun. So, max nyo na dapat yung 50. So, yun. Kasi pagka 50 and up, minsan na siya nag-iiba na talaga yung quality. Kapag negative naman, yun yung kapag minsan nasasobrahan naman yung natin. Yung photo, kunyari pagka-picture natin, masyadong matingkad, pwedeng negative naman yung gagamitin natin. Pero usually, positive yung ginagamit ko para at least konting pag-add lang siya. Ayan. Tapos, ayan, for the rest kasi need for cost or for upgrade siya. Ayan. So, let's go naman to blur and smooth. So, for the blur and smooth, ayan. Ayan. So, for the smooth, i-smooth 10 lang naman niya yung photo. So, ayan. So, nag-auto-adjust na rin siya. So, I think ako okay na ako for 40. And then, for blur naman, if let's say, kunwari, no, ito yung original photo. Tapos, gusto kong i-retain lang is si Sun to Jupiter. So, let's click on the blur. Yan. Tapos, let's go dun sa erase. Tapos, ito yung, wait, if nagkamali tayo, so, back lang natin siya. And then, click on the blur again. Tapos, i-erase natin yung part na gusto lang natin ipakita. So, yan. So, let's say, diba, gusto ko is to Sun to Jupiter lang. So, move. Yan. Erase lang natin siya. Tapos, let's say, no, kunwari, ayan, natamaan natin yung other planet. Kasi masyadong malaki yung brush size niya, no? So, pwede mo naman siyang i-move dito. So, yan. I-move mo lang siya. Para, let's say, kunwari, gusto mo lang naman na hindi na ma-capture yung iba. So, yan. Sige. So, let's say, gusto natin is to Sun to Saturn na lang. Yan. So, the rest, naka-blur na siya para yan yung kunyari na ipipresent natin. So, there. Ayan. So, may mga brush hardness din siya. Gusto mo masyadong makapal yung pag-erase niya. So, move mo lang siya. And then, yung strength, ayan, move mo lang siya. And then, once you're done, click OK mo lang siya. Yan. So, na-blur na yung the rest of the planet. So, may dalawa pang planets na na-blur. And then, the rest, yan. Let's say, kunyari, yan yung gusto natin ipakita. And then, for the soften is parang nagla-lighten lang yung photo. So, yan. So, di ba, nag-auto-adjust na rin siya. So, I'll extend this one again. And then, pag, di ba, ayan yung original photo. Tapos, pag-click natin, nag-auto-adjust na siya. So, let's say, ayan, parang gusto ko yung effect niya, no? Parang, kunwari, medyo makaluma. So, I think okay na ako with the level of the adjustment ng softness and lightness. So, click apply lang tayo. And then if you want to redo lang naman yung una nating inedit. So, meron tayo ditong undo. So, yan. And then if you want to zoom, kasi kunyari meron kang gustong i-emphasize na photo na gusto mong i-edit, ayan, meron tayong zoom in and zoom out dito. Okay? Yan. So, if lang naman, fit to screen lang natin siya. And then, you can actually full screen din this one. Okay? So, for the blur edges naman, ayan, yung edges lang niya yung nagbe-blur. Pero since gusto natin, di ba, ipakita is si Sun to Saturn, so, wag natin i-blur yung edge kasi matatamaan si Sun. Actually, pero pwede mo rin naman siyang i-move para at least kita pa rin si Sun kung gusto mo talagang i-blur yung mga edges. Yan. Okay? And then for the miscellaneous, ayan, same lang to naman actually with essentials and blur. So, yan, nag-auto naman siya pero yan. This one kasi is for the background. Let's say, kunwari, gusto mo siyang i-tilt, tapos may i-add ka lang dyan ng mga clip art. So, later papakita ko yung mga clip art or text, pwedeng dyan mo siya ilagay. Okay? And then for the tint, yan. So, for the color siya. So, yan, nag-auto siya na black and white kasi medyo makaluma na yung yung naging edit natin dun sa photo. Pero if you don't want to use that one naman, click X mo lang siya. So, yan, explore mo lang actually lahat ng tools. And then, makikita mo rin yung mga use niya tsaka kung saan mo siya kailangan lang gamitin. As much as possible, usually kapag ako nag-edit ng photo, ang usually ginagamit ko lang is this one, yung essentials. Tapos, meron kasi tayo dito later on na mga effects. So, yan. So, from here kasi mag-auto-edit na rin naman siya. So, pwedeng hindi mo na rin minsan galawin. So, ikaw na lang din talaga yung magtatensya for the So, for the touch-up, actually, since walang photo or face yung picture natin, pero i-run through ko na lang siya. So, for the touch-up, actually, ito is for the, yan, yung sa face blemish, yan, if may mga gusto tayong tanggalin or lagyan natin ng blush and all. Ayan, so meron siya for skin, for eyes, mouth, miscellaneous, yan. So, may mga hair, colors, hair. So, that's for the touch-up. So, yan, basically, pag nag-edit tayo ng face. Yan. So, ito yung pwede natin gamitin. Ayan. So, as mentioned, for the effects, ayan. So, meron naman tayo dito. Actually, there's a lot of options that you can choose from kung anong effects yung gusto mong gamitin. So, let's say we want, I'll use siguro yung chromatic. Ayan. Pero, since naka-flash siya, so let's ano na lang, search for other effects pa. Ayan, sige, I'll use this one na lang yung cross process. So, para medyo may effect. Ayan, so yan. Tapos, meron din ditong settings pa. If you want to adjust, yan. Ito yung kanina, diba, dun sa edit natin na exposure. If you want to edit kasi yung amount niya is 100 yan, pwede mo pa rin naman siyang i-move. Para ikaw na rin yung mag-adjust on your end. Yan. So, there. So, that's for the effects. And then, for the artsy, di ba ngayon parang nauuso na yung digital art, cartoonize, ganun. So, yun. Meron din sila dito. So, you just have to click lang the one that you want to use for the artsy. And then, mag-auto naman siya. So, yan. May mga plus lang naman siya. But, explore na lang the educator cost dun sa settings para you can check on the charges. Kasi meron silang discount for educators po. And then for the frames naman, let's say you want to put some frames dun sa photo mo, ayan. So may mga choices naman tayo dito. Pero since I want to keep it simple lang, so di ko na lang siya lalagyan ng frame, but para mapakita ko lang sa inyo. Ayan, so ganyan yung magiging itsura niya. So that's the border, but for medyo artsy pa siya, no? May decoration yung both sides niya. Ayan. So, just click on apply lang if you want to use that frame. Okay? So, ayan. There's a lot of frame naman here. And then, for the graphics, ayan. So, as mentioned, diba, you can actually add a graphics. So, may mga suggested shapes na siya. But, let's say, kunwari wala dyan, you just have to click on the search lang. And then, ayan, type nyo lang kung alin yung gusto nyong i-add. So, let's say, we want to this one na lang. Ayan. So, click on that one lang. And then, okay. So, yan. Nandito na siya. Tapos, insert mo lang. I-drag mo lang yung graphics. Tapos, insert mo lang siya dun sa photo. So, there. Yan. So, kunwari gusto ko lang lagyan ng ganyan. Yan. So, yan. Add mo lang siya. And then, if for example, wala dun sa graphics yung kailangan mo or may other photos ka, click on the computer lang. And then, yan. Add lang tayo ng photos na gusto mo. Overlays. Actually, dito ko natuwa. Parang, ayan. So, ayan, medyo nawawala lang ata ako. Medyo bumagal lang yung internet natin. Sorry for that. Ayan, so going back, ayan, so for the overlay, ayan, so meron tayong mga choices of overlays here. So let's say we want to use yung alphabet. So click on the letters lang. Ayan, so parang naging background na lang yung ano natin. Pero ang focus or yung topic pala natin will be the alphabet. So yan, so just click on the letters that you want to use. Tapos magiging background yung ginawa natin. Okay? Ayan. Tapos, for the text naman, let's say we want to add some title. So, let's say, let's type solar system. So, ayan. So, since black yung background natin and then black yung text, we need to change the color. So, dito, pwede natin siyang baguhin. So, let's say, kahit siguro white para at least, diba, as mentioned, kailangan balance yung color palette natin. So, as much as possible, 4 na colors lang yung gagamitin natin. Yun na yung max. So, let's change it to white. Yan. Para at least, since madaming color na yung solar system natin or yung planets natin. Ayan. So, you can actually adjust din yung fonts niya. So, yan. Meron naman tayong choices here. So, yan. Just click on the fonts that you want. And then, may mga sizes din siya. And all. And tapos for the background, if you want to put some background dun sa ano, ayan. Pero since white, diba, hindi na masyadong makikita. So, make sure dapat nagko-contrast siya. So, yan. So, hindi nakita. So, let's say, I want to put some orange na lang for the, move natin siya to. Or, If you want naman, tanggalin nyo na lang yung background kapag ano naman siya. So, i-X na lang natin siya. Pwede rin natin siyang nipisan. Or I'll change it na lang to black again. Kapag nahihirapan kayong pumili, so pwede nyo naman click na lang yung color palette dun sa gilid or sa side. Yan. So, there. Yan natin siya ng title. And then, okay. And then, for the last one is the textures. Actually, ito yung magiging overall brush up ng photo, no? So, let's say we want to use siguro light peaks na lang. Ayan. So, medyo hindi bagay pala dun sa photos natin. So, pwede namang hindi mo siya gamitan or if gusto mo talaga siya lagyan ng ibang effects pa. Actually, this is same lang din with effects. So, siguro, ito na lang scratches. So, yan. So, medyo makaluma kasi yung gusto kong parang design. Yun yung main purpose ko. So, I'll use na lang the scratches. So, yan, makikita nyo sa sun, may mga scratches na siyang ganyan. Okay? And then click OK. So, that's it for the editing. And then, once you're done, just click on the save. It's either you can save it on your computer or dun sa mismong website ng Funky, and then Google Drive, and then may other options pa naman siya. And then actually, what is good din in Funky, you can edit in batch siya. So, you can upload all the photos that you want to edit. So, per batch, pwede mo siyang igawin. So, i-add image ka lang and then click on all photos. And then, once you're done, dito siya lalabas. So, nandito siya sa side mo. So, lahat ng photos na naka-line up mo, yun yung mga for edit mo. Para at least mabilis na lang din if madami ka talagang i-edit. So, that's it for the photo editing. So, I'm turning over you to Bea. Actually, si Vlogger Bea for the photo editing. So, let me stop sharing my screen now. And then, if you have any questions, actually, feel free to type on lang dun sa chat box and then I'll answer it then. Okay, thank you. Amazing.
Thank you, amazing Vina. Okay. So, meron lang pong phone-in question kanina sa chat box na how to save daw via Canva. So, papakita ko lang po para at least everyone can also see and know. So, once you start a template or you start a file, automatically it's saved under your homepage. So, for example, ayan, if I click on home, andito na yung ginawa natin kanina. Ayan, recent design. So, it's here. Nasisave siya automatically. Ang alam ko po, real-time siya nasisave. Kada movement, parang automatic siyang nasisave. So, if I want to change the title of my presentation, usually kunwari sa header or title page nyo, kinukuha niya yung title. If you notice. But if you want to edit it, kunwari may code kayo or something, andito lang po siya. You can edit the title here. So, on this toolbar beside Try Canva Pro, pwede nyo po siyang i-click and then you can change. Kunwari, Solar System version 2. Ganyan. So, yan. Yan po, that's how you rename and that's how the saving process is in terms of Canva. Okay, so medyo mabigat ang two topics natin with Canva and photo editing. Baka medyo overload na po kayo in terms of the information. So quick game lang ulit. Para medyo magising naman po kayo ng konti. Tanghali pa naman. So medyo siesta time to. So konting lang para po magising kayo. So I just have a quick game katulad ng kay Vina, pero this time instead of guess the photo, it's guess the movie. Hugot Saturdays muna tayo. So may ipi-play po ako mga linya from famous Filipino movies. And then you just guess the title of the movie na ipi-play namin. So sa mga 90s at mga 2000 babies po dito yan. For sure alam niyo to. Wait, let me just present ko lang tong screen. Yan. Okay. So pagka-click ko ng next, may magpi-play to agad. So listen carefully. Vina, pa-help na lang ako sa mga answers.
Sige. Nakaabang na ako sa chat box.
Sige, para maano naman pa. Okay. First movie.
Oh yes! Kaibigan mo ako! Kaibigan mo lang ako. And I'm so stupid to make the biggest mistake of falling in love with my best friend.
Yes. Baka may nakaka-relate sa mga teachers natin dyan. Ano daw po movie?
Wala pang title pero sabi nila, kay Julina yan eh. Tama po. Ayan, from Miss Maricel Shervo, Loves Kita, okay ka lang?
Ayan, perfect. Saan niyo po ba ito napanood? Sa cable, masaya akong sa sinihan. So yes, tama. Kay Jolina po, one of her famous lines na hanggang ngayon ay buhay na buhay pa rin. So para sa mga nakarelate, ganyan talaga ang life. Next, sige. Pagka-select ko po, magpe-play to agad. So listen carefully. Ay, hindi siya nag-play. Ito na po, play.
You loved me at my worst. You had me at my best. At pinaliwala mo lang lahat yun.
Okay.
Ayan. Ang dami na. Lloydie daw kay John Lloyd. Ayan. So, answers are coming in but ang sabi nila it's one more chance.
Yay! Okay, congrats. So, para sa mga may pinagdadaan ng ganitong bagay, mag-edit na lang na tayo para sa ating mga estudyante. Natin isipin ng mga ganitong bagay. Pero tama ba? One more chance. Ni John Lloyd at ni Bea. Okay, last movie. Ito pa, medyo mahirap. Medyo bago din siya. Medyo bago din siya. Mga 2 years ago, I think, pinalabas. Tapos, medyo refreshing to na movie kasi bago to sa mga napanood natin. Okay? So, here.
No, I don't need tissue.
Kailangan mong tissue.
Hindi ko kailangan ng tissue. Hindi ko kailangan ng tissue. I don't need tissue. Please stop judging me. Please, stop!
Okay, para sa mga millennials na teachers, baka napanood nyo to kailan lang. I think napalabas din to sa cable at sa Netflix. Kailan lang. So,
Wala pang mga answers pero sabi ni Sir Francis nakaka-tense daw. Ayan. So, answers are coming in again. So, that thing called Tadhana.
Yay! Okay. Tama po. With Angelica and JM. So, I think nasa Netflix pa to. So, if you gusto nyong balikan, yung mga feels, ayan, nandun lang siya. So, bakit puro movies po? So, thank you, Vina, for helping sa chat box. So, bakit puro movie siya? Well, ang relation nito kasi hindi tayo magkakaroon. Sabi may nag-request K-drama daw. Pero next time po, sa future runs, magsasama na kami ng K-drama. Baka mas makarelate kayo doon. So, video editing. So, itong mga movies na to, lahat po to dumaan sa video editing. Hindi siya ganun kadali. Medyo kailangan siyang matutunan at medyo kailangan upuan talaga para ma-master. Pero like with anything na bago po, kailangan lang talaga siyang i-practice. So, video editing 101, ituturo ko po yung una mga tips muna and then same format, I'll have a live demo also on the latter part of this session. So, hopefully medyo nagising kayo sa mga hugot lines at hindi naman kayo nalungkot sa mga tingin na yun. But hopefully, ayun po, nabuhayan kayo kahit paano. So, konting tips. So, bago kayo mag-edit ng video, dapat meron muna kayong video. So, konting tips lang po in terms of shooting. So, let's start with background po. If ever na gamitin nyo man ay laptop or mobile to record your video, applicable naman po itong mga tips. So number 1, on the background, make sure na neutral yung background na pipiliin nyo para less distraction. So for example, plain wall siya or plain basta pinaka-plain na part ng bahay nyo para hindi masyadong maraming bagay ang nakikita sa screen. So, maliban doon, if for example, medyo puno yung bahay nyo ng mga gamit or something, or medyo wala talagang plain, siguro kahit may isang picture frame, mga painting yan, okay lang naman yun. But if wala talaga, pwede naman po kayo mag-improvise na maglatag ng cortina or ng cloth sa isang background. Lalo kung busy yung area para less distractions po. Kasi makikita yun ng mga manunood. So, baka hindi po makapag-focus yung mga students nyo sa inyo if masyadong maraming nakikita sa screen. Ayan. Tapos, number 3, proper lighting is a must. Make sure na yung light source nyo po is nasa harap nyo at hindi nasa likod nyo. May tinatawag po kasing against the light. So, kapag nasa likod nyo yung ilaw, magiging madilim yung projection nyo sa video or sa recording. So, lagi nyo lang po tandaan, dapat nasa harap kayo ng bintana, nasa harap kayo ng pinto, or nasa harap kayo ng ilaw nyo. Wag po dapat sa likod nyo para hindi kayo against the light. So, yun lang. Yun lang naman po yung dapat yung tandaan. Or for example, if kunwari sa labas kayo, outdoor kayo mag-e-edit na wala naman masyadong medyo open naman yung space, ayun, okay din po yun. And sabi nga ni Vinyarin kanina, natural light is always the best. So, iba rin po kasi yung liwanag nung natural light talaga kaysa sa yung mga ilaw natin sa bahay. So, if makakapag-shoot kayo ng umaga or ng hapon, tapos maganda yung ilaw, maganda po yung effect nun sa mga marirecord yung video. And then, number 4, shoot at a time where there is less noise and less noise and less people siguro in the house na gumagalaw-galaw. So, pwedeng early morning or after lunch or late at night. So, timingan nyo na lang po yung mga kaganapan sa bahay nyo kung kailan yung pinakatahimik at saka kayo doon mag-shoot para wala kayong masyadong problema in terms of editing pa din. And then, number 2, framing. If, for example, live, katulad nitong webinar, center is always okay. So yan, kami. If nakikita niyo po kami sa panel, nasa gitna lang ang aming mga mukha. But for example, if magre-record kayo, pwede rin namang center, pero pwede rin yung i-left-centered yung sarili nyo. For example, ito, if I move, yan, may camera, medyo nasa left ako, yan. So may space ako dito. If I edit videos, pwede kong lagyan yan ng mga title, ng mga images, ng mga notes na gusto nyo pong i-add sa video nyo. So yan, left side yan. I-angle nyo lang po yung camera or yung laptop nyo, i-adjust nyo lang po para nasa left side kayo. Why left side? Because, diba pag nagbabasa po tayo, nagsa-start tayo sa left pa right. So in terms of shift ng mata, masanay na yung tayo tsaka yung mga estudyante na magbasa from left to right. So hindi sila medyo mahihirapan mag-shift pag nanonood sila ng videos nyo if may mga text kayong ilalagay. And then next, again, is make sure you have a clean frame with minimal distractions rather. So yun, make sure po na walang masyadong gamit or anything sa frame nyo para walang hindi masyadong mahirap linisan in terms of editing. Number 2, script. So medyo mahirap po maging spontaneous or magkaroon ng impromptu na pagtuturo. Well, sa teachers, for sure, sanay na po kayo. Pero iba din po kasi kapag nagbe-video kayo na walang audience, I'm sure ibang experience na kasi wala kayong nakikitang mga mga batang nakikinig talaga or may parang naguguluhan na itsura. So medyo bago po talaga to. So you can start by having a script so hindi kayo masyadong mawala once you are recording. And alam niyo po kung saan niyo kailangan bumalik if ever na nagkamali kayo sa mga recording sessions niyo. So, usually pag nag-shoot ng video, multiple takes to eh. Hindi to nakukuha ng isahang take lang. But then, if super na-master niyo na yung pag-shoot ng video, baka pwede na po kayo dun sa expert levels na one take, flawless na agad yon. Hopefully, umabot po tayo lahat, kayo pong mga teachers sa ganung levels na mastery ng pag-shoot ng video. So, yun po yung hope namin sa inyo. nyo. And then, yun, the script will help you know na if you are on track, if may na-miss kayong mga items, if ano yung mga need nyong balikan, saan kayo nagkamali, para at least pwede nyo siyang ulitin. And I would suggest, for example, sa script nyo, so outline siya, di ba? You divide it parang per shot. So, kunwari, you have solar system as your outline and you have all the planets listed down na i-discuss nyo. Pwede nyo pong hatiin per take, per planet para hindi siya masyadong mahirap i-edit. Kasi unang-una, if i-shoot nyo siya ng tuloy-tuloy ng 9 planets, ilang minutes of video po yun, baka mahirap i-upload or ilipat to the video editing software, or baka mahirap maglipat ng file. So I would suggest to cut it into chunks or to cut it into per outline heading para at least pag nagkamali kayo, hindi rin kayo start from scratch talaga. So, kunwari, Earth muna, and then pag natapos yung Earth ng 3 minutes, cut na, tapos next is Mars, next is Venus, ganun po. So, cut it into chunks para hindi kayo masyadong mahirapan mag-edit. And then, label it accordingly para mabilis nyo po siyang ma-plug and play dun sa video editing software nyo. And then, while you are writing the script yan, make sure to include text or images na you'd like to point out when you edit your video para po malagay nyo siya once you're editing na. So shooting, hindi lang din siya shooting, nandito na tayo sa last portion. Hindi siya yung basta-basta na parang pagka-click nyo ng record, makikita pa yung kamay nyo sa pag-click ng record, tapos dire-diretso na kayo. So ang tip ko po, para medyo malinis yung frame is, pagka-click nyo ng record, syempre nag-extend pa yung kamay nyo yan. If makikita nyo, kunwari, yan, may ganyan-ganyan pang kamay. Pagka-click nyo ng record, wag muna kayong mag-start agad. Antayin nyo na mababa yung kamay nyo, count 1 to 3, and then smile, and then start talking na po. Para wala masyadong sagabal or hindi masyadong mahirap i-edit. Kasi medyo ang struggle niyan is kapag click nyo ng record, akala nyo start na agad, tapos nag-start na kayo magsimula. Ang hirap tanggalin ng part na may kamay pa. So I would suggest na click record, baba ang kamay, count 1 to 3, smile, and then start talking na. Start with your script already. Same with when you end. Ito po medyo mas madalas na makalimutan pero malaking tulong kapag nag-edit kayo ng video. Pagkatapos nyo na po, so pag natapos nyo na po yung script nyo, yung last part, before nyo i-click agad yung end ng recording, make sure na once, kunwari, last word nyo is, kunwari, shooting. So count 1 to 3, 1, 2, 3, smile again, and then saka po kayo mag-off ng record. Para po malinis, madaling mag-edit, hindi masyadong mahirap. Na may kamay-kamay, yan, ganyan. You can try po, you can try for yourself. Ano na rin po yun parang countdown para to prepare you to, start teaching na and start recording. So, yun. And then, if kaya po ng oras ninyo, pwede po kayong magkaroon ng 2 takes per subject or per topic para at least may choices kayo at alam niyo kung ano yung mas mag-work. Usually, first take is practice take. Practice take, and then the second, third, fourth take. Minsan kung ambot ng ganong katagal, medyo mas komportable na kayo, mas alam niyo na yung kung paano kayo magsalita, gumalaw, paano mag-deliver, ganon. So, as mentioned, trial and error po talaga to. So, kailangan lang talaga ng practice at ng practice. So, pag sa unang presentation o recording nyo po, hindi pa siya super okay, sabihin natin mga 80%, by the next presentation, 85% na yan, by the next presentation, 90% na yan. So, habang dumadami po yung ginagawa niyong recording, yung proficiency level niyo po in terms of shooting, editing, and kahit sa PowerPoints niyo, mas tumataas yan. So, practice lang po talaga yung key for that. And then, yun. Ang importante lang talaga is masimulan siya. So, once you start, you'll get used to recording and shake off any shyness or recording jitter. So, kahit kami po, sa mga ganitong webinar, hindi naman din po kami basta-bastang na sumabak lang. Nag-practice din po kami talaga para makapag-deliver kami ng magandang content or makapagturo po kami ng or makapag-share kami ng knowledge sa inyo ng mas maayos po. So, ayun, basic functions in terms of video editing. Baka hindi pa kayo baka hindi po masyadong mag-get sa ganitong context, but I'll explain para po pagkadating natin dun sa demo, maalala nyo siya, hopefully. So, first important function is split. So ito po yung nagka-cut kayo ng audio, ng video into two separate files. Kasi po hindi naman lahat, for example, nung tinake nyo na video ay ilalagay nyo dun sa final product nyo. Kumbaga, may mga puputulin kayo dyan, may mga part kayo na i-edit out kasi may mali or something yon. So ito po yung split function para to divide the videos and audio. Number 2 is add text. So if may mga points kayo na gustong i-highlight, may mga title headers kayo na gustong idagdag, pwede po kayong mag-add ng text sa videos. If nakakapanood po kayo ng mga vlogs sa YouTube, yan, add text, yan, yun yung mga ginagamit nila. Next is add media. So yung mga na-shoot nyo na videos, mga pictures na na-save nyo na, mga audio na gusto nyong idagdag, yun. Sa add media option, pwede nyo siyang ilagay dun sa video editing software para yun po yung magamit nyo for editing. And then animation and overlay, pwede nyo pong i-animate yung mga words, pwede nyo pong i-animate yung, may mga transitions po dun na parang ma-animate yung video nyo. So mga movement po siya sa video to transition, I guess, to another topic or slide. Yan. Well, covering that, yun, transition. If, for example, you will move on to another subject, yan, you use transitions to a smoother going to another subject. And then layers, ito baka medyo hindi pa nyo pa masyadong ma-visualize, pero when you see it later, once you edit videos, lahat ng components or lahat ng elements na ilalagay nyo, may layering na makikita para you can edit simultaneously on all the elements in the video. Also, makikita nyo, matatimingan nyo kung saan lalabas yung text, kung saan lalabas yung transition, kung saan lalabas yung audio and the like. Okay, so live video editing na tayo. Let me just transfer my screen. So, ito po kasi, we will, wait lang po. Okay, here. Oops, wait lang. Nahirapan ako sa toolbar ng Canva, ay ng Zoom. Ayan. Okay, so I am using Clipchamp right now, which is available online. But after the demo, I will show you other tools na pwede nyo pong gamitin that you can use in your computers kahit hindi siya online, and also in your mobile phones. Para at least you can edit whichever device you are comfortable with, if ever. And all this is free. Katulad ng Canva, katulad nung Be-Funky, free yung mga tools, but meron lang if may mga advanced levels kayo ng tools na gustong gamitin, dun po siya magkakaroon ng bayad, if ever. So, ayun. Let's, once you log in with Clipchamp po, may details lang siyang hihingin. Napupuntahan na kayo sa page na to. And if I'm not mistaken, they also have an educator option also. So you may try to explore that as well. Kasi baka if you apply for that, you'll get the functions free, more or less. So Clipchamp, out of all the video editing software na discover po namin, ito po yung medyo pinaka, it can give you the ability to really edit with basic editing functions. So yun po. So to start, so we click create a video. And then, pipili po kayo more or less ng size. So, pwedeng pang stories, may Facebook, may for Instagram posts. Usually for normal, siguro YouTube or webinar would be the option. So, click on widescreen. And then, let's go through the functionalities. So, ito po yung makikita nyo. Medyo nakalula siya. Medyo kamukha rin siya ng Canva. But, for video editing naman. So, ito po yung toolbars where you can add elements, add the media for your video. Yun po, if you follow mouse, dito po sa drag and drop, dito lalabas yung mga files or mga videos na na-shoot nyo once you upload it. And then, pwede rin po kayong ma-record here. Diretso na, and then diretso edit pagkatapos. You can also record your screen. So for example, if ayaw nyo makita yung mukha nyo but you have like a tutorial that you want to do, if siguro computer class kunwari, and if you want to teach PowerPoint or Microsoft Word ng demo levels, parang ganito po, you can record your screen also. And voiceover, you can also record your voice here. And then whatever product you produce, pwede nyo po siyang i-play dito. Ayan. And then what else? So katulad ng sa video editing, may zoom in, zoom out dito sa panel and fit to screen para makita nyo po yung gawa nyo. And we have undo, redo, and split. Yung isa sa mga pinaka-importanting option. May delete, may copy, and may paste also. Okay. So to start, let's add media. May prepare na po akong mga i-load for this tutorial. So, browse files. And then, punta lang po kayo dun sa folder. Sa folder na, anong tawag nito? Sa folder na kung saan nyo sinave yung mga files nyo. Pwede ring drag and drop. So, kunwari for this one, nandito na siya. I have a folder here. So, I just copy all the files and I drag it here. And then maglo-load po siya. So, makikita nyo as it's loading, makikita nyo preparing siya. And once it's reviews, yan. It appear na in your window. So, for example, sige, load the video later. Next is yung stock. Katulad nung sa video editing, may mga stock photos din. And then, katulad din sa ibang channels, may mga bayad yung iba. So for example, for this one, for Clipchamp, merong free forever na group or na folder, and then you can click here and most of na nandito is free. So just search kung ano yung kailangan nyo. Kunwari, solar system. Yan. So may mga lalabas. Now, pag may star, ibig sabihin may bayad siya. Pag wala, lalabas naman if it's free. Kunyari, Earth. Yan. Medyo may bayad siya karamihan. But hopefully, for whatever you need, may lumabas naman. So, ito mostly yung mga free videos nila. Okay. Pwede rin kayo maglagay ng audio, sound effects. Again, dun ulit sa Free Forever para may background music kayo. For introductions and for ending your videos, pwede rin kayo maglagay ng GIF if to make your videos more lively at para mas pumatok sa mga estudyante. Yan, pwede din yan. Okay, so going back, so just, kunwari once you're here, just close para makabalik kayo dun sa window nyo. And then, for example, I'd like to add a video already. So, title muna tayo. So, I will... if you can see my cursor, I can click this and then drag it to the video editing panel. Yan. So, nandyan na siya. So, mako-convert siya. If, as you can see, that's our first layer. So, we can zoom out para lumiit siya or zoom in para mas maging detalyado. Ngayon, as you can see, katulad ng turo ko sa inyo kanina, may part na before she starts talking, may konti munang leeway. Yan. Ang gusto kong kunin kasi title is ito nung nagtaas na siya ng kamay. So, katulad nung medyo intro ko kanina, ano yung gagamitin natin to cut the videos? Help lang, Tina. Baka kung sino may alam.
Let me check the chat box.
So, again, what do we use to cut the videos? Meron po bang may nakakaalala?
Ayan, sabi ni Sir or ni Miss Giselle, split daw po.
Yay, good job. So split, yes. Ito po yung split. So para makuha ko yung part na gusto kong isama at tanggalin yung part na ayaw kong well, isama, I just use split to cut. So, yan. Sorry. One more thing. This is, if you can see, itong white line na to, ito yung parang cursor or parang time, cursor nyo in terms of editing your video. So you can use this to go anywhere in your video na gusto nyong i-review or puntahan. Or for example, kung may isi-split kayo, ilalagay nyo lang siya dun sa mark na gusto nyong i-split. For me, before she raises her hand, so hanapin ko lang, it will go like, mas mabilis siya, parang less than a second, parang millisecond or something. So, ganun ka-detalye mag-edit. Kaya medyo masakit siya sa ulo. And medyo matagal siya talagang gawin kasi mabusisi siya. So, yan. So, ito. Ditong part ko gustong putulin. So, my cursor is there. I just click split. And then, there. Yan. Hati na siya sa dalawa. So, I can click this one again, click this video, and delete. And then, I have this one already. So, there. Ito kasing video, wala siyang sound. So, let me just show you a video with the sound. This is one of our past projects in Union Bank. But for the sake of like visually, para makita nyo kung paano siya kung may sound. Ayan. Kasi you can get videos or you can have videos and not and pwede nyo tanggalin yung sound. For example, gusto nyo lang yung image or yung video mismo pero walang sound, you can do it. So for example, this one, I'm not sure if maririnig, pero yan, this has sound siya. So if ever gusto kong tanggalin yung sound, gusto ko lang yung video mismo, I just if you can see, just click on it, click on the video, and from here you see a toolbar with a lot of functions as well. Ito medyo specific dito sa video itself. So, I click on audio, and then I just, pwede kong i-zero out yung volume, or pwede kong gawing mga siguro 50% lang. Gusto ko pa rin may audio, pero gusto kong marinig yung sarili kong audio mismo, yung sinasabi ko about the video. So, yun. Pwedeng ganyan, or pwede ring separate audio. Yan. So, makikita nyo, the audio na separate na siya. And if ever I can delete this one, para yung video lang, yung lumabas. Parang katulad kanina sa Canva, nag-group and ungroup. So, sa video editing, meron din siya. Meron din siyang group and ungroup if ever. So, yan. I just delete if ayaw kong kasama yung audio. Or if yung video naman yung gusto kong tanggalin, pwede ko ring tanggalin yung video. For example, yan. Ayaw ko ng audio, so I deleted the audio. But then, nagbago kunwari isip mo. So, pwede namang I think undo, babalik siya. Tapos kung gusto kong tanggalin yung video na lang pala yung tatanggalin. Yan. Yan, ganyan siya. Okay? So you can separate audio and video here. Now, next function is text. So since this is my title video, I'd like to put my title. So here's the text. Pwede kayong pumili from different styles na medyo angkop dun sa gusto nyong video. So for example, this one, ito na lang kunwari, large heading. So I click this, click the cross mark, add to timeline, and then there, lalabas siya dyan. So ito na yung sinasabi kong layering, if ever. So first layer is video, and then your text, and then habang nag-i-edit kayo, pwede nyo siyang i-adjust. Pwede nyo i-time kung saan nyo siya gustong mag-play, if ever. So since si ate girl, medyo hindi agad nagtaas ng kamay, so dito siya nag-start, magtaas ng kamay. So kinanap ko lang siya using the cursor, and then steady siya dyan. Now, for the text, gusto ko siyang sumabay doon sa kung kailan siya nag-start magtaas ng kamay. So, iuusog ko lang siya. Itatapat ko siya sa cursor para pagtaas ng kamay ni ate, lalabas yung text. Now, kunwari gusto kong palitan yung your text. So, gagawin ko siyang solar system. So, I just, when I click on the media element itself, may toolbar na lalabas sa taas for you to be able to edit. So, sa text, I will input solar system. And I can choose the font. So marami naman siyang options. And then transform means yung position and yung size you can adjust. So ngayon nasa gitna siya. Medyo alanganin kasi nasa side yung kamay ni ate. So pwede siyang sa taas. Yan. Just to show you. Yan. So bali sa square, pwede mo siyang ma-adjust. So ayan. So if I click on the left furthest side, makikita siya, solar system. Now, medyo malaki. So gusto kong palitan ng konti. I just click on size and drag until it fits her hands appropriately. Yan. Pwede na yan. So, okay. So medyo may, ayan, yan na yung set. So for example, you start na, you'd like to see how you did. So you click on play, you just want to review. There you go. Sumakto naman siya sa timing. Okay, so ayan, so nagka-title slide na tayo, tapos gusto nating i-cut sa pagbaba ng kamay ni ate kasi hanggang dun lang naman. So again, using our cursor, you drag through kung saan siya nagbaba na kamay here, for example. And then again, ang function ay split. So sa text, yan, mas-split na siya. And then click on the video para mas-split din siya. Yan. So you can delete this now. And you can move on to our next video. May question, I think, sa chat box ulit. If pag sinave ba may watermark. From what I know, actually hindi ko siya na-discover to be honest, but some video editing softwares have watermarks, some don't. If ever, worst case scenario na may watermark ang clip champ, baka maliit lang naman siya. So, not very noticeable. And I think with the freedom of and the liberty to edit, may possibility na wala tong like super big watermark on in terms of it once you save your files there. Yeah, oo, alam ko kasi I think yung iba pag sinave mo may malaki siyang watermark, diba? So for this one, I don't think wala naman. I'll try saving later before we end and then maybe I can update everyone if may lumabas na watermark. Okay, so yan. So may title na tayo. Gusto kong i-add ngayon is, so I go back to media, I want to add yung solar system video na mismo, kunwari Earth's surface. Ayan. So I just drag it and then I click on add. And then, yan. So it's there already. Second part of your video, yan yung susunod na lalabas. Now, so sabi ko pala, i-discuss ko pala yung Earth pero wala siya dun sa title slide ko. So gusto kong mag-add ng another font, another text. So I click on text again. I add a smaller version of smaller text. Kana here, ay large heading pala. Ito, smaller. And then I click on add. So andito na yung isa kong text. Pero gusto ko siyang nasa taas ng solar system na habang naka-flash yung solar system, lalabas din tong text na to. So ito yung layering na sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina na you can edit alongside all the elements in one panel, and then you can time it appropriately katulad nito. So for example, for this one, so may solar system, tas gusto kong lumabas under ng solar system is kunwari Earth. So I click the text and then sa panel sa taas lalabas yung text. I type in Earth and then I adjust para lumabas siya ng tama. Yan siguro. And then size. Okay. Medyo may problem lang kung saan talaga siya lalabas. Pero ideally, kunwari dyan na lang for the sake of visualization. Dyan natin siya gustong palabasin. Yan. So, gusto ko siyang lumabas here, kalagitnaan. So, for example, yan. I-move ko lang siya and lalabas naman yung kailangan kong lumabas. And if you can see, nag-extend yung Earth to the second video kasi hindi natin siya shinorten. So, dapat i-shorten natin siya hanggat sa kung saan natin gusto siyang lumabas. Yan. So, to shorten, just click on it. Click on the last part, yung last option. Yung end part nung text and then you just click and drag. Yan, ganyan lang po. And then there. Next, I'd like to put in overlays. Ito yung parang transition from video to another video eh. Parang similar din siya to transition, but I think it has more movement. For example, this one, mirror, gusto ko siyang ilagay in between. Ayan. From one video to another. Makikita niyo yung transition. So if you can see, it's another layer. So mata-time niyo siya accordingly. Gusto niyo before the title video ends and before the first video enters, yun yung magiging picture. So sample. Yan, ganyan siya. Okay, and then background, you can also change the color of your background. For example, ayaw niyo lang ng black, gusto niyo ng white, or gusto niyo other colors, you can change here also if you want to like put in text and such. For example, white background, add to timeline. Yan, nandito just sa video mo, and then gusto mo maglagay ng text. This one, clean, add to timeline again. And if you can see, it's another layer. So you can reuse the few layers on top, yung mga naunang layers para to put in your text. And then, yan, makikita niyo siya. Yan, ganyan. So you can change the color. For example, since it's white on white, you can change it to purple, kunwari, para mas kita. Yan. Yan. Tapos kung kunwari may gusto kayong ilagay na points and such, yan, pwede nyo na siyang i-edit dyan. Here. Okay. So that's the background. Transition is, for example, from this video to this title or this text video, you can use transitions. Ang usual dyan, yung hindi masyadong maigi na transition is fade or blur. Yan, pwede yan. Para simple lang siya. So, wait. Yan. So yan. If you put it in between the video and another video or another element, so lalabas siyang ganyan. So to try, yan. Ganyan siya. Yan. So you have a number of transitions you can choose from. As mentioned rin kanina ni V na parang less is more. So not too flashy, not too flashy, not too noisy, I guess. Yung hindi masyadong masakit sa mata para maganda pa rin naman yung experience in terms of studying. Pero maganda rin minsan yung mga flashy na transitions and such or mga movements ng text. Pag gusto nyong gulatin or gisingin yung mga estudyante nyo na baka inaantok na or baka 1 hour na kayo nagsasalita. Katulad ngayon, ang tagal na namin nagde-discuss. So hopefully, gising pa rin kayo. May question sa chat box. Paano po ulit palitan yung background sa video? So, for example, let's go back to this video. So, you click this one. So, yan. You click on background and then you can change this one to black. Or if you want to add a background mismo, kunwari text, if that's the question, wait, let's just move the cursor. Tama ba yung question ko? I'm not sure. Sana tama yung question ko. So if mag-a-add ako ng background ulit, so I just move at the end of the video. I click on background, so lalabas black, white, or another solid color. So for example, let's choose another solid color. And then I click on yan. I just click on the plus sign and lumabas na siya dito. So if I want to change the color itself, I just click on it again, click on the video of the background, and then change the color. There, kunwari orange, or light blue, or yellow. Yan. And then, there, and then you can add your text na. Next, logos. Yun, uploading a logo would require, I think, payment. So if hindi naman necessary na magka-logo, there you can do away with the logo if ever. So that's for the vertical toolbar. Now kada element you have freedom to edit. So for example, for video, if you click it, you will see a horizontal toolbar on top where you can adjust. So you can adjust the layout, picture in picture. Pwede ring transform, yan, pwede yung i-crop, pwedeng auto-fit, and then opacity, how dark or how bright, and you can flip and rotate. You have filters also, if you want black and white, na artsy katulad kay Vino, or may mga ganyan kayong pakulo na marami kayo kunwari, ganyan. Color balance, yan, katulad sa photo editing to edit if you want to brighten it. Or you want to yung saturation palitan and temperature and the like, yan, it's here. And then fade also, ito kung how much yung visibility na gusto niyo makita. For example, and in terms of kapag start ng video, yan, pwede niyong i-fade in, kunwari 5 seconds, tapos fade out pagkatapos mga 5 seconds din. Yan, pwede din yan. And then the speed, kung gusto nyo pabilisin ng konti, parang nag-i-intro lang kayo, pwede rin. And then audio you can, where you can separate the audio and the like. So for text, iba rin yan. For the overlays, iba rin yan and such. Okay, so once you're done, you can export your video to save, and then you just click on the resolution. Free usually ang 480 pixels, and then you click on continue, and then ayan, exporting the video. So again, exporting the video, ito mabilis siya, pero the larger, kunwari mas mahaba yung video nyo, mas matagal ang exporting. So I would suggest na medyo wag i-cram yung pag-edit at pag-shoot ng video kasi medyo matagal ang editing at exporting. And then, I would suggest to really schedule shooting and editing a few days before you actually use the video because maraming pwedeng mangyari if ever. So just to show you if may watermark yung video na sinave natin. Wait, let me just show you. Okay, so can you see the screen? Sorry, hindi ko... Wait lang. Can you see the screen? Yes. So wala siyang watermark. Wala? Okay, wait lang. Let me just transfer ha. Malapit na naman tayong matapos. Thank you for your patience. Last na to. Wait, here. So ito yung video na na-save natin. Ayan. Wala siyang watermark. Okay, so wala siyang watermark if ever. There, so that's for the video editing demo, basically. And if ever, we'll be sharing the PowerPoint with you and all the videos, video editing softwares in both online, offline, and mobile is there naman if ever. Okay, so that's it for the demo. Thank you, everyone. So we'll answer the questions as much as we can here. And then if ever you have any more questions, just add it in the chat box. So thank you everyone.
Okay, thank you for joining us today. So we hope marami po kayong natutunan on the digital content po na pag-create nyo ng mga tools using Canva or Clipchamp. So yun po, to make an engagement and amazing lesson plans po. So join us again next Saturday for our topic, which is how to maximize the Microsoft Office tools in creating online digital content and introduction to a self-paced digital learning via Aptitude. So we'll be discussing po yung Microsoft tools na pwede nyo magamit, and then at the same time, a learning management platform na pwede nyo magamit to check the progress of your students. So again, don't forget to register at heroes2021.org. So yun po. Good day and happy weekend.